Hi again, everybody. It's me. I'm going to do a second video, a follow-up video on the video I did uh, close to a couple days ago now on the LGBT nightclub shooting. And the reason why I wanted to do a follow-up video on that is I didn't feel like that I was fair enough in explaining that the Christian fundamentalists are just as guilty as the Muslim fundamentalists when it comes to terrorist attacks, basically. Um, there's been really a whole lot more of those carried out in this country within our own borders that we just seem to ignore. And I just like to point some of those out. And first of all, let me give you a definition of fundamentalism. Basically, fundamentalism is a form of religion that basically when people have a religion and they uphold the belief in the very strict or literal uh, interpretation of the writings of the book that represents that religion. Okay, now that's fundamentalism in a nutshell. And the guy that carried out the shootings, it's obvious he was a fundamentalist in the fact that he decided to carry out the heinous crime. And and I think I shared in my last video that yeah, he committed himself to ISIS right before the shooting with his 911 call. But you know, this guy has been fucked up for a long time. If you go back and you look through the media, this guy was off. Different things that he had done throughout his childhood. I mean, his uh, he had like a gay app, I believe it was, on his phone. And if you actually look at the victims, there was out of the 49 victims, most of them are mostly male. And I find that to be a little bit odd. And I've also found that usually people who are shouting out the loudest against a particular sin is usually something that they struggle with within themselves. Now, moving on, I'm just going to move on here. I've defined what fundamentalism is, and I would also like to share. There are many different things, many different white terrorists right here within our borders who have also done some pretty heinous things. And the funny thing about it is for some reason here in America, when you talk about terrorism, people want to seem to only believe they come with brown skin, and they have the religious tag Muslim attached to them, and that's just simply a false claim. And I'm going to just share with you a few of the incidents that have happened here in this country. The Wisconsin Sikh Temple Massacre, that was August 5th, 2012. These are incidents that aren't getting the coverage, of course, because these are white Americans. The murder of Dr. George Tiller, May 31st, 2009, abortion clinic doctor, and the Knoxville Unitarian Universalist Church shooting, July 27, 2008. Murder of Dr. John Britton, July 29, 1994. Now, you know, of course, the Army of God, they hail this man as a heroic one because this doctor was killed. And, you know, I mean, fundamentalist. I mean, it's just that simple, fundamentalist. The Centennial Olympic Park bombing, July 27, 1996. The murder of Barnett Slepian by James Charles Knapp, that was October 23rd, 1998. Planned Parenthood bombing, Brookline, Massachusetts in 1994. Suicide attack on the IRS building in Austin, Texas, February 18th in 2010. Mind you, these are all white Americans, Christian. The Timothy McVeigh and the Oklahoma City bombing, April 19th, 1995. Now, these are all white American Christians, and for some reason you Christians just have a hard time owning any of these guys who decided to pull off any of these crimes. They weren't Christian according to your definition of what a Christian is supposed to look like. And so anyway, as you can see, these guys were all extreme fundamentalists. You're going to find just as many on the Christian side as you're going to find on the Muslim side. Now, there was also, and just to show you another point, there was actually a tweet that went out. The Texas Lieutenant Governor, Dan Patrick, you know, he decided to throw out a tweet within the morning hours, I guess, of the massacre. And it was Galatians 6:7, God will not be mocked. Whatever a man sows, that shall he also reap. Now, you know, my personal opinion, Dan, is that if you're going to tweet something like that because you think that your God actually hates homosexuals and God is going to pour out his vengeance on them, then, I don't see any difference between your God and the shooter's God when it comes to, you know, believing the bullshit, basically, of your fundy uh, teaching or learnings from your book. And it's really just sickening. But I just wanted to do a follow-up video on that, just to show you a little bit about fundamentalism and how it fucks up this country, and how people they don't see it. They want to blame one group or another group, and they don't even understand the basics of fundamentalism and how far back it goes. I mean, we're taught as children, to believe this bullshit, basically. And I mean, I have, family members. I might have shared that in another video. They're a bit fundy, and of course, I have found the ability to think and educate, myself, and look at things, observe things from just a human perspective without having the filter of that doctrine to dictate those realities for me. And because of that, I'm going to hell. Well, good, I mean, really, just another sociopathic God, in my opinion, is what they're believing in. It's just funny bullshit. But anyway, just thought I'd do this video, and hopefully you guys, if you want to chime in, great. I'll have some more videos to come. Thank you for watching.